Just didn't have any luck, and she's too proud to accept your help.
She's gonna notice that he's not there.
No. I told her that I knew a rancher who could put some miles on him. So I'm not technically lying.
The morning mist hangs over Heartland, soft and quiet, but beneath the calm, hearts are racing. Secrets have been kept too long, feelings left unspoken, and some wounds are deeper than anyone realizes. Today, love faces its greatest test, and healing might come from the most unexpected places. Amy and Nathan are closer than ever, but will they finally admit what's in their hearts? And Lou, can she find the strength to let go of the pain that has haunted her for so long? This is a story of love, courage, and the fragile hope that tomorrow can be brighter than today. The camera moves slowly across the Heartland Ranch at dawn, golden light spilling over the fields. Horses stir in the paddocks, and a gentle breeze carries the scent of hay and fresh grass. A soft melody plays in the background, a hint of both hope and tension. The air feels heavy with anticipation, as though everyone in Heartland is holding their breath. Faceless shots focus on small details, Amy's hand brushing over a horse's mane, Nathan pausing as he looks at her from a distance, Lou sitting alone by a window, her reflection mirroring a mixture of sadness and longing. These moments, quiet and subtle, tell a story louder than words ever could. The ranch is alive, but not in the usual cheerful way. There's tension in every glance, hesitation in every movement. Amy's heart races as she watches Nathan tend to the horses, noticing the way he always seems to be slightly distracted, as if something important is just beyond his reach. She smiles softly at a shared joke from earlier, but inside, uncertainty gnaws at her. Every time she tries to speak her feelings, the words get caught, lost somewhere between fear and hope. Nathan, too, feels the pull, but pride and past misunderstandings hold him back. Their love is visible in every lingering glance, every careful gesture, but the moment to speak it aloud seems just out of reach. Meanwhile, Lou walks through the barn, her footsteps echoing softly. Her mind drifts to memories that still sting, moments she wishes she could erase. She pauses by a stall, her hand resting gently on a horse's flank, as if seeking comfort from the simple, unconditional presence of the animals around her. There's a subtle strength building in her, a quiet determination. Lou has been through dark days, but the warmth of Heartland, the support of friends and family, and the simple rhythms of ranch life are starting to guide her back to herself. Small signs of smile at a horse's playful antics, laughter shared with a friend hint at recovery. Though she's still hesitant to fully embrace it, the camera shifts again to Amy and Nathan working side by side. Their movements synchronized, almost like a dance. They don't speak, yet the silence is electric. Every shared glance, every slight touch of a hand on a fence, speaks volumes. The viewer senses the weight of unspoken words and the growing tension that something significant is about to happen. And then, as if the ranch itself senses the moment, a gust of wind stirs the fields, rustling the leaves and bringing a shiver of anticipation. This opening section sets the stage for a season of emotional revelations. Hearts are ready to break. Hearts are ready to heal. Amy and Nathan are on the verge of change, and Lou is slowly learning that healing is possible, even after the deepest pain. The calm beauty of Heartland hides storms of emotion, and the audience is left with a sense that today could change everything. Each frame, each subtle movement, is carefully designed to pull viewers into the world of love, loss, and hope that defines Heartland. The sun climbs higher over Heartland, painting the fields in shades of gold and amber. The air is warm, but a quiet tension lingers, invisible yet palpable. Amy walks along the fence line, her hands trailing along the rough wood as if drawing courage from it. Each step seems measured, hesitant, like she's afraid of moving too fast, afraid of letting Nathan see the truth she's kept hidden for so long. Her eyes flick toward the barn, where Nathan is busy tending to a horse. The sight of him, so focused, so effortlessly at ease in the ranch's chaos, makes her chest tighten. Words bubble in her throat, daring to escape, yet they vanish before they reach her lips. Nathan, unaware of Amy's gaze, pauses as he lifts a bale of hay. His shoulders are tense, a small sigh escaping him. The subtle glance he casts toward Amy is quick, almost imperceptible, but loaded with unspoken emotion. He wants to speak, wants to confess the storm of feelings he's been holding back, yet pride and the fear of misunderstanding keep him silent. The ranch around them hums with life, the neighing of horses, the soft clatter of tools, but between them exists a quiet universe, a space where love is waiting, suspended in time. Faceless shots show moments that tell the story better than words could. Amy's fingers brush against the horse's mane, then linger on a fence post as if grounding herself. Nathan wipes his brow, his hand accidentally brushing against the same post moments later. The proximity is electrifying, yet still cautious. Their hearts are racing, but they both hesitate, trapped in the delicate balance between courage and fear. Every glance, every small gesture carries weight. The audience can feel the invisible thread connecting them, a bond forged over years. Unspoken yet undeniable. In the quiet of the barn, a gentle breeze drifts through open windows, carrying with it the scent of hay and the faint perfume of wildflowers from the fields. Amy and Nathan share a fleeting moment by the water trough. Nathan bends down to adjust a bridle, and Amy's eyes follow every movement, noticing the familiar curve of his hands, the small frown of concentration, the subtle softness in his expression. Her heart leaps, yet she remains rooted to the spot, unsure if she has the courage to cross the invisible line. Meanwhile, small, intimate details of the ranch mirror their emotions. A foal hesitates before taking its first steps, much like Amy and Nathan hesitating to speak their truths. The gentle sway of the trees, the distant call of a hawk, even the ripple of water in a trough all reflect the push and pull of emotions, the tension of what could happen, and the beauty of what might be revealed. Lou, passing in the background, notices the subtle connection between them but offers only a quiet, supportive smile. Understanding that some stories must unfold in their own time, this section captures the fragile dance of unspoken love. Amy and Nathan are on the edge of confession, hearts open yet cautious, longing yet restrained. The faceless cinematic shots, hands almost touching, fleeting glances, shared silences allow the audience to feel the intensity of every heartbeat. The tension is almost unbearable, hinting that the moment of truth is closer than ever. And as the sun climbs, warming the Heartland fields, it feels as though the ranch itself is holding its breath, waiting for love to finally speak. The morning sun casts long shadows across the Heartland fields, and for Lou, the quiet of the ranch is both a comfort and a challenge. She walks slowly along the fence line, her boots crunching softly on the gravel, each step echoing in the stillness. The barn looms ahead, familiar and grounding, yet it carries the weight of memories she isn't ready to face. Faceless shots linger on her hands brushing against the rough wood of the fence, on the gentle sway of a rope in the wind, simple details that mirror the slow rebuilding of her spirit. Inside the barn, a horse lifts its head to watch her, nostrils flaring, eyes soft and understanding. Lou kneels, adjusting the saddle and speaking softly to the animal. Her voice is low, almost inaudible, but it carries a tenderness that wasn't there before. The audience sees her tentative gestures, a hand resting on the horse's neck, a careful touch to the mane, a lingering pause before she lets go. These small actions speak volumes: her patience, her gentleness, her willingness to reconnect with life and with herself. Faceless storytelling allows us to feel Lou's inner transformation without a single word of dialogue. Close-up shots of her hands shaking slightly as she wipes away dust from a horse's flank, her shoulders stiff with the weight of old pain slowly loosening, and her gaze lingering on the horizon, all hint at a journey of self-discovery. There's a storm inside her, quiet but powerful, battling fear, doubt, and the lingering shadows of the past. Each moment of vulnerability is met with small victories, a smile at the foal playing nearby, laughter shared with a friend in the distance, a soft exhale as she finally sits on the porch steps, feeling the warmth of the sun on her face. Lou's recovery is not linear. Faceless shots emphasize this, a tray of unfinished chores left behind, a hand brushing away tears before she even notices them, a lingering pause at the edge of the pasture before stepping forward. The ranch itself becomes a character in her story, guiding her slowly toward hope. The rustling of leaves, the soft whinny of a horse, the distant laughter of children, these sounds and movements ground her, reminding her that life goes on and that healing is possible. Meanwhile, subtle interactions with others hint at the network of supports surrounding Lou. A friend leaves a fresh bucket of water by the barn. A family member's hand briefly rests on her shoulder. And even Amy and Nathan's quiet companionship in the fields inspires a flicker of courage. These moments are understated, yet they are pivotal. They show that recovery often comes not from grand gestures, but from small acts of care, trust, and shared silence. By the end of this section, Lou stands at the edge of the pasture, looking toward the horizon as the wind lifts her hair gently. Faceless cinematography captures her profile, the light catching the determination in her posture. Side along a worn path, their footsteps soft against the earth. Each glance between them carries a quiet electricity, every pause pregnant with unspoken words. Faceless shots linger on their hands, Amy's fingers brushing a fence post, Nathan's hand hovering nearby as if hesitant to reach out. The tension is tangible. The moment of truth is near, and every frame tells a story of longing, fear, and courage. Nathan pauses, turning to face Amy, but the camera never shows their faces. Instead, we see his hand gently touch a horse's reins, a subtle metaphor for control and restraint. Amy shifts slightly, her fingers tightening around the fence, a flicker of hesitation before she finally takes a step closer. The world seems to shrink around them, the distant sound of a horse's whinny, the soft rustle of leaves in the wind, even the gentle clatter of a gate closing, everything amplifies the tension, heightening the emotional stakes without a single word being spoken. Simultaneously, Lou experiences her breakthrough. Faceless shots show her standing by the barn, a soft smile appearing as she watches a foal take its first wobbly steps. She kneels, brushing hay from the animal's back, her movements confident and deliberate, a stark contrast to the tentative gestures earlier in her journey. Lou's eyes scan the horizon, and though the camera never shows her face, the angle and light capture a profound shift. Hope has returned, and she is stepping into her own strength. Every small motion, every careful breath, signals that she is ready to embrace life again. The confession between Amy and Nathan builds slowly, organically. Faceless storytelling heightens the drama. A shared look over the paddock, hands finally brushing as they reach for a shared tool, the soft exhale of nervous anticipation. A gentle wind lifts Amy's hair, and Nathan reaches out instinctively. Their movements are deliberate yet hesitant, mirroring the delicate balance of fear and desire. The audience can feel the weight of years of unspoken emotions, the risks, the vulnerability, and the hope that love might finally be allowed to bloom. As they inch closer, subtle details punctuate the scene. The swaying of a rope in the barn, the ripple of water in a trough, even a bird taking flight all echo the tension and release of emotions. Lou, observing from a distance, notices the shift in the air. The change is almost palpable. Her own journey of recovery mirrors theirs, hesitation giving way to courage, silence giving way to expression. In a way, Heartland itself becomes the silent witness to these intertwined transformations, each character learning to trust their hearts. By the end of this section, Amy and Nathan's hands meet fully, and while their faces remain unseen, their body language conveys the confession they've long held back. Lou takes a deep, steadying breath, a signal that she is stepping fully into her own healing. The golden light bathes the ranch, casting everything in warmth, signaling new beginnings. This is the pivotal turning point of the story. Love spoken, courage embraced, and hope restored. The faceless cinematography allows viewers to project themselves into the emotions, making the moment intimate, universal, and deeply moving. The sun begins its slow descent, painting the Heartland fields in shades of amber and rose. The air is calm, carrying the faint scent of hay and earth, and for the first time in weeks, there is a sense of peace. Amy and Nathan walk together along the pasture, their hands intertwined, yet the camera keeps their faces unseen, focusing instead on the small gestures that speak louder than words. Fingers brush, hands linger, Shoulders nearly touch. Every movement is a testament to love finally unspoken no more. The quiet strength of these shared moments signals that their hearts are finally aligned, and the tension that once held them apart has melted into warmth and trust. The ranch itself mirrors the emotional resolution. Horses graze calmly, foals play in the distance, and even the wind seems to carry a gentle rhythm of renewal. Amy and Nathan pause by a wooden fence, hands resting on the same post. A subtle glance toward the horizon, the sway of the tall grasses, and the distant soft whinny of a horse capture the serenity of a love that has found its voice. Faceless cinematography emphasizes intimacy and connection. The audience can feel the depth of their bond without ever needing to see their faces. Each gesture, each careful movement, is a language of love all its own. Meanwhile, Lou experiences moments of healing and reconnection. She walks through the barn, her steps light, her posture more confident than before. Faceless shots capture her hands adjusting tack with ease, her fingers lingering on a horse's mane as if savoring the present moment. A soft laugh escapes her as she watches a foal stumble and then find its footing. Lou's progress is subtle but profound. She no longer moves cautiously through life, but with quiet strength and awareness. Every action demonstrates that she has begun to embrace joy again, to step beyond the shadows of the past and into the warmth of now. Amy and Nathan, side by side with Lou in the background, engage in small shared rituals of connection. Faceless angles show them working together to mend a fence, caring for the horses, or sharing a quiet moment by the barn. Laughter, soft sighs, and the gentle rhythm of movement create an atmosphere of harmony. The three lives intertwine naturally. Love, friendship, and recovery converge in the simple yet profound rhythms of Heartland. The audience senses that these are the moments that truly define connection, moments of care, of presence, and of shared trust. The cinematography emphasizes small but powerful details, the light catching the dew on the grass, hands brushing against one another in passing, the soft sway of a rope, and the distant sound of children laughing near the paddocks. These images reflect the emotional restoration that has taken place. Amy and Nathan's love, once restrained by fear, now blooms freely, and Lou's resilience shines through in every subtle gesture. Faceless storytelling allows the audience to project themselves into these moments, feeling the intimacy, the warmth, and the quiet beauty of restored relationships. By the end of this section, there is a palpable sense of peace settling over Heartland. The sun dips lower, bathing everything in golden light, signaling not only the close of a day but the start of new beginnings. Amy and Nathan walk side by side, their unspoken words now fully realized in their actions. Lou, now fully present in her surroundings, smiles softly, a reflection of inner strength and the beauty of emotional recovery. Together, love and healing coexist, intertwined in the serene heartbeat of Heartland, leaving the audience with a profound sense of closure, hope, and connection. The sun sinks slowly below the horizon, casting Heartland in deep gold and shadow. The ranch is quiet, but the air is charged with possibilities. Amy and Nathan walk together toward the barn, their hands still brushing occasionally, their silhouettes framed against the fading light. Faceless shots emphasize the intimacy of their connection, the gentle sway of a rope between them, the quiet rhythm of their steps, the way the horses move around them in calm harmony. Love has been spoken, hearts have been unburdened. Yet the lingering sense of anticipation hints that this is just the beginning of a new chapter. Lou stands near the fence, the wind lifting her hair softly as she watches the horizon. She takes a deep breath, her posture stronger than before, a silent signal that recovery is no longer just a possibility but a reality. Yet, even in her growth, there's a subtle tension, the knowledge that life at Heartland is never without surprises. Faceless shots linger on her hands as she rests them on the fence, her fingers flexing slightly as if ready to face whatever comes next. Her smile is quiet but resolute, a reminder that healing is ongoing, and courage is a daily choice. The camera pans across Heartland, lingering on details that hint at stories yet to unfold. A letter left unopened on a table, a distant figure approaching the barn, a horse pawing impatiently at the gate. Each small movement, each soft sound, carries the weight of suspense and curiosity. The audience senses that new challenges are on the horizon, and the tranquil beauty of Heartland hides whispers of secrets, surprises, and moments that could change everything. Faceless storytelling allows viewers to imagine themselves in the drama, heightening engagement and emotional investment. Amy and Nathan pause near a paddock, glancing toward the sunset. The camera captures only their silhouettes, emphasizing the quiet strength of their bond. Though they have confessed their love, the future is still unknown. Work, family, and new responsibilities await. The subtle rustling of leaves, the soft echo of hooves in the distance, and the warm glow of twilight create a cinematic tension between resolution and anticipation, reminding viewers that in Heartland, peace is always beautiful but never permanent. Lou walks away from the fence, her shadow stretching long across the golden fields. She is ready to face the days ahead, yet the audience can sense that her journey is far from over. Every small detail, the gentle sway of her coat, the careful placement of her boots on the gravel, the soft exhale as she turns toward home signals readiness, resilience, and the promise of new stories waiting to be told. These faceless images leave viewers feeling both satisfied by her progress and eager to see what comes next. The final moments linger on the ranch bathed in twilight. The sky shifts from gold to deep purple, stars beginning to shimmer faintly overhead. The camera slowly pans across the paddocks, the barns, and the wide open fields, leaving a sense of awe,